It's time for Columbus Titan football on Columbus Sports Live. Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Also by It's time for the Titans on your new home for Columbus High School Athletics, Columbus Sports Live.
Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome on into another night of high school volleyball here in Titan Fieldhouse. I still don't know the correct name for this thing. I hope everyone's having a good evening out there. We're about a minute away from the varsity action. I've been here for a long time, but I didn't realize the JV team would be playing beforehand. So, of course, that's always something that kind of comes and goes. But you know what? Tonight, it should be a good matchup. Hopefully the Titans will perform a lot better than they did, because talking to Coach Layson a little bit before the game, they performed underestimated. Choice of words, not by her, but by other people. Very underestimated performance from them when they took on Girard and Riverton on Tuesday. Tonight, hopefully, they will be able to prevail in a nice win against the Southeast Lancers. JV swept them in 3 games, 3-0. So Titans hoping to do the same thing here tonight, as both teams looking to advance their record, as they are just about a month away from sub-state competition. We'd like to let you know Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Music just stopped. And my library just disappeared. That's cool. You don't need to travel for quality, compassionate care with Mercy of Columbus right around the corner. They're local and reliable. That's Mercy of Columbus. You can learn more at mercy.net. We'd also like to let you know, even though we don't have time for it, that our pregame show sponsor, which will be there tomorrow night, is Vital Signs. At Vital Signs, they know how important execution is. That's why they help you through the entire process, from design to installation. Follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company. And there you go. There's their information, in case you ever want to get in contact with them. Been very loyal to us for the last couple of years, and I don't know if they're going to do the national anthem or not, but we can hope. So we can get in a commercial break, and I don't know if they're going to introduce starters. We don't have an announcer for these games anymore. So I guess we're just going to go with the flow of things tonight and hope things work out. If you learned on Tuesday, volleyball was not my sport of choice when it comes to terminology. So some of the stuff that I say tonight may be incorrect. Bear with me. I'm trying to learn, but it's a little bit difficult. Southeast is coached by Maya White, assisted by Kate Tweedy, and something I learned today, Columbus alumni and daughter of the head coach of Columbus, Dixie Layson, is an assistant for Southeast. So if you want to talk about a rivalry, and of course Columbus coached by Ryan Layson, assisted by Sydney Donaldson and Jessica Scott, who's not present tonight. Nice spike by Katie Simpson, and that will get in the first point for Columbus here in this opening set. First point for anybody, rather. From Katie Simpson with half block over the net. That will get point number 2. So it makes it 2-0, Titan lead. Katie Mooney was bounty to serve on that one. And Titans couldn't find the ball. and that will give Southeast their first point of the night. Southeast trying to get control of it. That was number 5, Kinsey Cassidy. Over to Harmon. Now Mooney. Simpson with a spike nearly blocked. Over to Long. Trying to find coverage. And Southeast couldn't hang on to it, and that will make it 3-1. Columbus on top early on in this first set. There's Cassidy again. And she'll send it over the net. Mooney will contain it. Stover with a light tap over it. And nice diving save there by number 7, Elise White. There's Mooney over to Stover, and that hits number 18, Braylee Sutton, in the face. Fortunately, the face couldn't get it over the net. That'll make it a 4-1 Titan lead. Served over by Harmon. Touched by Tegan Warner. There's Mooney. Sets it up for Harley Long out of bounds. And that will give Southeast their second point of the night. I don't know how they're going to work this in. I'm not sure if they're going to do best 2 out of 3 or if they'll play till 5 like they did in the JV. Rules are different. Serving for Southeast is number 4, Sierra Applegate. Hit over and out of bounds by Kinsey Cassidy. Makes it a 5-2 Titan lead. Katie Simpson with the serve. Applegate with a nice dig there. Sent over by number 11, Tegan Warner. Stover will send it over for Columbus. There's number 7 on the shot, Elise White. Still in Southeast hands. Finally get it over. Harmon sets up for Mooney. Mooney sets up for Simpson with a nice spike, but Cassidy saves it. Inside, that was number 8 that sent it over, Natalie Wells. And a nice spike by Silver. Once again blocked by Applegate. Still in play. Mooney sets it up for Long again. And I don't know why, but they gave the point to Columbus. I don't know if it was an out-of-time thing or... maybe Cassidy couldn't contain it on the other side. That was Wells with a nice diving save there. And I think it was hit too many times on the other side, and that will give Southeast the point. Once again, the rules in volleyball confuse me to death. A few years ago, I thought I was confused about football rules. No. This is different. Mooney sets it up for a spike from KT. It's blocked by the net, still in play. Columbus saves it. Applegate with the diving save. Hit over by number 18, Braylon Sutton. Columbus will save it. Applegate sets it up for Wells, who sets it up for Tegan Warner. And a nice spike there will close the gap on Columbus to 2. Still with the lead is the Titans, 6-4. Wells back deep to serve. Mooney sets it up for Simpson, and an out-of-bounds spike closes the gap even further in the second of the 3 JV games that were played. Columbus won, but they were up big, and they gave up a lot of easy points to Southeast, just things like not going after the ball and not finding it, not even trying to find it. I hope the varsity is a little more impressive than that, and nice spike there from KT Lob. Cassidy couldn't find it. And she found it, but she couldn't control it, and that'll stretch the lead back to 2. There's Elise wide over the net. Mooney sets up for Lop, and that one pretty much same, not same direction, but same style. Gives Columbus their 8th point of the night. This game will be, obviously it's Thursday, the last volleyball action we'll have for you this week. Titans football tomorrow night at home against Galena. Harmon over to Long, sets it up for Lop, same spike formation, blocked. Does manage to be retapped over. There's Cassidy over to Wells. Wells sends it over for Southeast. There's Long, sets it up for Mooney. And that one hit out of bounds by Wells, and Cassidy tried to save it but couldn't. And that'll make it a 9-5 Titan lead. That one's sent over by Braylon Sutton. That one's sent over by Ruby Stover. And it was out of bounds, and that will give Southeast a point. Puts the gap at 3. 9-6, Columbus on top here early in this first set. Back deep to serve is Tegan Warner. For the Lancers, there's Mooney. Soft touch over the net. There's Wells. Nice hard hit over, saved by Harmon. Over the net was Lop. Over to number 7, that's Elise White. And it was barely out of bounds. And that gives Columbus their 10th point of the night. Makes it a 4-point ball game. There's Cassidy over to Wells. Over to White. White sends it over, saved by Long, but it goes way out of bounds and far. Loosens the gap to 3 once again. So Southeast staying in it off of unforced errors from Columbus. Makes it 10-7. There's Braylon Sutton on the serve for Southeast, and a hard hit, I believe, from Harmon. They loosen the gap to 8, I believe. And I don't know if our crowd mic issue is fixed. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but if so, you're probably getting a lot of banging on the railing because that's what I'm hearing in my ears. The Titans managed to spike that one over, makes it 11-8. Sent over by Lop. Over to Wells. In the game now for the Lancers is number 1, Bella Tavernaro. Over to Long, set up for Mooney. And I guess Mooney crossed a line somewhere. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Makes the score 11-9. Columbus still on top of Southeast. Ref talking to the Southeast crew. I'm not sure about what. Back deep to serve is Elise White for Southeast. And Simpson tried to send it over. Instead, it went into the net. And it is now a 1-point game. White with the serve once again. Sent over by Wells. And it couldn't be saved. That was Trinity Green that tried to get it, but it went under the net before she could tap it. And that will tie the game. And I believe Coach Layson is going to call that timeout. Southeast kind of on a roll here, and Columbus kind of slowed down the game a little bit. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more action from Titan Fieldhouse after this.
Sally Davis and the staff at Davis Real Estate are lifelong residents of rural Columbus and hometown proud. This gives them the knowledge of the surrounding area and makes Davis Real Estate the best to represent you. Sally is experienced in farmland, commercial, residential, and investment properties. Plus, all listings are posted on multiple sites for maximum exposure. Davis Real Estate, excellent customer service with the least possible amount of stress, expense, and time. Find the property of your dreams with Davis Real Estate.
Back here with some Titan volleyball. That was Elise White back deep to serve for the Lancers. Long sets it up for Mooney. Mooney will send it over. Turn that down a little bit in my rear, and Southeast managed to get an easy point, and they take the lead 12-11. And Lancers have kind of got the momentum rolling here for them. Right, once again with the serve, sent over by Lopp. Mooney sets it up for Simpson. There's White once again. Sets it up for Tavernaro. Sent over by Long. White to Cassidy. Cassidy with a big spike, saved by Harmon. Nice spike there from Trinity Green. That was saved by Sutton. Here's Long on the Titan end of the court. And nice spike by Mooney, but it was out. And that's a 2-point Lancer lead after Columbus has led pretty much the entire game. I believe that one was saved by Simpson. She's going for the spike. Saved by, I believe, Cassidy. Oh, no, excuse me, that was number 11. Taking Warner. Cassidy with that one there. Over to Warner. Over to White. She sends it over. Nice save there. And Long couldn't get it after Harmon a little low on the hit. Gives a 3-point lead for Southeast. I don't know if Elise White's happy about that or not. She's been serving for some time now. There's Long. Nice spike by Simpson. And it couldn't be saved by Southeast. So Columbus gets on the board once again. Makes it 14-12. I'm sure there's people excited for this big football game that's coming up. 2 0-3 teams battling it. We'll hear from both coaches coming up tomorrow on the Vital Signs pregame show that starts at 6:30 here in Columbus Sports Live for Titan football. There's White over to Cassidy. She sends it over, hit by Long. Over to Mooney. Now Simpson. A nice soft tap by Simpson. Actually tricked out the Lancers and closes the gap to 1. Man, that noise on the crowd mic is loud in my ear. Even though you can't hear it, I can. So there's White. Mooney sets it up for Simpson. Good spike. Hit that formation every time, and Columbus is once again in a tie game with Southeast. It's 14-all. Very impressive there from Katie Simpson. Sent over by, I think, Mooney. There's Tavernaro, hits it over. Mooney sends it over for Columbus. Hit by Sutton. Over to White. Over to Tavernaro. Simpson. Over to White. There's Sutton again, out of bounds. And that will give Columbus the lead once again. And after a little rally by Southeast, Columbus has kind of gotten an offensive rally of their own. There's White at the Cassidy. Soft tapped over. Couldn't be saved by Columbus. And Southeast will tie it once again. So a little back and forth affair here in this first set for this varsity matchup. There's Harmon. Over to Mooney. Tried to get that soft slide tap over the net that just kind of barely grazes the top. Didn't work out. And Southeast will once again take the lead by 1. There's Lopp off the serve from Cassidy. And nice communication there on the Titan side. Ties it up once again. The 16-all game here in Columbus. Trinity Green with the serve. Was hit by Warner. Sent over by Warner. Mooney with the diving save. Hit over by Lopp. Over to White. That was Natalie Wells, and Columbus couldn't contain it off the pass, and that will give Southeast the lead once again. Titans not performing their best. I think communication, it's a big key in volleyball games, and unfortunately, Titans just are not, I don't think they're communicating well on the court. And that one blocked, but Columbus did get the point out of it. As it was blocked, but stayed on the same side. So 17 all. Tie game here in this opening set. Sent over by Simpson. Hit by Applegate. There's Lopp with a nice spike and hit out of bounds by Cassidy. Saved by Applegate. Cassidy going to try to save it. Ball's still in play, but she stepped out of bounds and the ball's in the air a little too long. Titans have the lead once again. So you got to give it to Southeast. They really tried to hustle there between Applegate and Cassidy for that save. And by Applegate, over to White. Blocked. Shot blocked by Lopp. That was a shot from Sutton. And that one was just barely in play, and Southeast will call a timeout as it is a 2-point Titan lead after Southeast kind of controlled it early on in the first set, but Columbus with the lead now by 2. We're back in 30 seconds.
Let me ask you this. How many of you think you are paying too much for insurance? Have you checked with a different agent in a while? I'm Corey Tedlock with Tedlock Insurance. I've become an independent agent to give my customer options. Here at Tedlock Insurance, we have multiple companies to help with all your insurance needs. Send me a message on Facebook or call or text at 620-674-1286 for a quick quote and see if you can start saving money today.
Welcome back to Titan Fieldhouse here in Columbus, Kansas. Second volleyball game of the week for us. Second in a row. I think that's a record. Serve won't count. There's some Katie Simpson. Served it a little too early. It is a 19-17 lead as Wells will send it over for Southeast. All and very impressive move there from Sutton. Just a soft tap as it grazed the net. And will give Southeast a point. Closes the gap to 1. 19-18. Columbus still on top of Southeast here in this first set. Wells sends it over for the Lancers. A nice block, and that will make it a tie game once again. Back and forth affair here tonight in Columbus. Makes it 19-19. Wells will keep the serve. Mooney tried to contain it and couldn't get it over the net, and Southeast takes the lead once again, 20-19. So like I said, I think communication's playing a little bit of role in the Titans' confusion tonight, as Harley Long will take a seat and Piper Hayes will replace her on the court. Nice diving save from Katie Simpson. Hit over by Harmon. Mooney sets it up for Ruby Stover, saved by Applegate. Over to Wells. And nice kill there from Tegan Warner, number 11, makes it 21-19. And Southeast kind of on a roll after the timeout called by Coach White. Because I don't know if you can see that on your screen. I can't, but and Piper Hayes couldn't get that one, but it was out of bounds anyway. Should be Columbus point, yep. Well, as I was saying, I didn't know if you noticed, but volleyball coaches, junior high and high school, will use like clipboards or whiteboards or something to hide their plays, and they'll point to them to their players. But I guess the Southeast crew got to memorize well. They just got numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, obviously, I can say that because I don't know what any of that means. I'm hoping they do, though. Hit over by, or supposed to be sent over by Wells instead of sent over by Tegan Warner, who had a nice kill a couple of plays ago, but this time results in Columbus taking a 1-point lead. And she sent it out of bounds. There's Wells. Soft serve by White. Hit over by KT Lopp and just barely in play. Nice move there, and that'll give Columbus a 2-point lead as we're closing in the end of this first set. And I believe Coach Maya White will take another timeout. We'll take it with her. We're back in 1 minute.
As one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
We're back to Titan Fieldhouse here as we are set for the end to this opening set. 21-23, Titans on top of Southeast, sent over by Sutton. That's Braylon Sutton with a nice kill there, and that lowers the gap to 1. So a close game here so far. There's Harmon. Set by Long and attempted spike by Mooney, and she couldn't send it over. And there's some unforced errors like we talked about on Tuesday night. Got to kind of drive Coach Layson a little crazy, but that is a tie ball game here in this one. Sent over by Lopp, hit by Applegate, tapped over by White. I think she crossed the line, and that will give Columbus the lead by 1. So this could decide it. Team's got to win by 2, and the first to get to 25. Columbus is on that path. I need one more point, but they got to hope Southeast doesn't score. There's Ruby Stover with the serve, sent over by Sutton. There's Simpson. She'll send it over. And it was out of bounds. And now we're playing the 26. Braylon Sutton to serve for Southeast. Hits it over. There's Long. Sets it up for Mooney. And he couldn't hit it over the net. It was sitting. And they'll call it, I believe it was a double tap, but Southeast will take the lead by 1. Now they're 1 point away from winning this first set. Sutton once again on the serve. Long will set it up for Lopp. Saved by Wells. Sent over by Sutton, and she couldn't hit it over the net. And that will tie it up once again. So now we're playing a 27. There's Cassidy. Couldn't get it over. And now Columbus is 1 point away from victory. It's got to hope we're not about to play to 28 with a tie here. To serve was KT Lopp. Uh-oh. Southeast losing it. Manages to send it over. That was Sutton. Here's Simpson going for the spike. And very nice there. That was the spike you wanted to see right at the end. And that will end it. Columbus will win set 1, 27-25, in a back and forth affair between them and Southeast. They'll switch sides and take a breather. We will as well. We're back in.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the four-stage choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000.
When it comes to protecting your family and belongings from the elements, East Avenue Structures has you covered. Second to none quality wood and metal frame buildings, cabins, carports, storm shelters, garages, and even storage containers. Choose from multiple, completely customizable styles. Plus, they're the only builder to determine size using the inside of the building, giving you every inch of space you pay for. With rent to own and finance options, check with them first before you overpay. East Avenue Structures, we have you covered.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
Back here as we're getting ready to begin set 2 of this varsity matchup tonight. We said JV won in 3 sets. A couple of them close, but managed to pull out with the win. That last one, Columbus won 27-25. So I'd like to acknowledge junior high football on the road tonight against Parsons. Probably won't get you any score updates on that one, but junior high football had some pretty good games to watch over the last couple of weeks. Probably going to run a commercial at this point. Titans will have it. Here to open set 2. Mooney with the serve. Sent over by Cassidy, and nice kill. Give Southeast the opening point. Was served by Braylon Sutton for Southeast. Sent over by Long. Little miscommunication. There's a player falls down. That is number 11, Tegan Warner. And in that one, Columbus could not contain it. It'll go out of bounds and give Southeast the second point of this set. So a 2-point Lancer lead here in this one. Simpson. Set over to Harmon. Sent over by Mooney. Saved by Warner. Over to White. And Cassidy was trying to get it over, and she couldn't, and Titans will get on the board. Ava Harmon back deep to serve for the Titans. Stover couldn't send it over, and it'll be hit again, and that will give Southeast the point. So a few errors here early on in this second set on the Titans side, causing them a little bit of difficulty. And that one went over, but it was out of bounds. Southeast with a 3-point lead here, 4-1. And here Coach Latham saying, let's go. That serve didn't make it over for Southeast. Makes it 4-2. Serving as KT Lopp for Columbus. 10 over by Warner. Hit over by Stover for Columbus and hit out of bounds by Braylon Sutton. They make it 4-3. Oh, and a nice kill there from Tegan Warner, man. She's shown some impressive offense tonight. Makes it 5-3. Well, I guess that one was just barely in play. I thought it was out of bounds, but making a 6-3 Lancer lead. There's Tori Tedlock, who's in the game for the first time on the varsity side. 10-foot kill by Katie Simpson. That one sent out of bounds by Southeast. That will make it a 6-4 game. That one out once again by the Lancers. 6-5 now the score. Hit over by Natalie Wells, number 8. Over to Long. Attempted to be sent over by Stover, but couldn't get it over the net. That makes it 7-5. Lancers still on top of Columbus. And that one served into the net by the Titans. It'll make it 8-6. So it seems like as soon as Titans are getting ready to tie the game, a couple of errors in here. Saved by Lopp on the floor. Hit over by Simpson. Simpson went for it again. Trying to get it over was Cassidy. And it hit the edge of the net. That makes it 8-7. Some errors also on the Lancer side, so I think both coaches probably a little annoyed by that. Mooney couldn't save that one as it went between her legs, and that one will make it 9-7. Southeast. There's Sutton. She'll send it over. Hit by Simpson. Over to Long. Nice spike by Katie Simpson there, and it couldn't be saved from Natalie Wells. That will get Columbus back on the board once again. 9-8. Columbus within 1. Katie Mooney back to serve for Columbus. It's it over. Saved by Tavernaro. That one saved on the ground by Katie Simpson, and a soft tap over from Cassidy nearly gets the Titans in trouble. There's Wells. Once again, that soft spike, and it's been eating up the Titans tonight on the defensive side. They've been unable to stop it. Lancers are the first to get in double digits here in this one. Was it 9-8? Could have sworn it was 10. Scoreboard has it 9-8. We'll see. And that one couldn't be saved by the Lancers. That should make it 9-10. Maybe the scoreboard's slow at updating. I don't know. That was Warner that sent it over for Southeast. Long sets up for Lop. And that one was a little out of bounds. Makes it 11-9. There's Tedlock. Mooney with a soft hit over. Sets it up for White. Over to Tavernaro. Long. Set it up for Lop. 9. Oh, almost a good kill there. Tomlinson over by Elise White, just barely inbounds. I'll make it 12-9 as Coach Lace slaps her clipboard. Not too happy with that one, I don't think. We'll take a quick 1-minute break. We're back with more time.
Sally Davis and the staff at Davis Real Estate are lifelong residents of rural Columbus and hometown proud. This gives them the knowledge of the surrounding area and makes Davis Real Estate the best to represent you. Sally is experienced in farmland, commercial, residential, and investment properties. Plus, all listings are posted on multiple sites for maximum exposure. Davis Real Estate, excellent customer service with the least possible amount of stress, expense, and time. Find the property of your dreams with Davis Real Estate.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Just in time, ball is now in play. Here's Stover. Sends it over for White. White for Tavanaro, and Tavanaro with a nice serve over, and that will confuse the Titans a little bit, make it 13-9. Coach Layson apparently upset about something. Used the full minute of the timeout. Haven't seen that in volleyball so far yet this year in the games we've covered anyway. There's Harmon, sets it up for Mooney. Mooney will set it up for Stover. She sends it over, saved by Elise White, sent over by Tavernaro. And Mooney will put it in play as that's Sutton that got it. Over to number 6. I believe that's Cassidy still. And I think I misread the number. I think it was 5. But yeah, that was Cassidy. Columbus will get the point on that one, makes it 13-10. There's Wells, sends it over for the Titans, and miscommunication as Harmon set it up for nobody. And that makes it 14-10. So Columbus got to get their act together if they want to go home in this second set. Serve from Applegate. Set over by Stover. Applegate will set it up. Hit over by, I believe, Sutton, and I believe she crossed the line. I'll make it 11-14. Southeast on top of Columbus here in the middle of this second set. Over to Long. Long will hit it over to Sutton now. Long again. Here's Mooney. Sets it up for Katie Simpson, and it hit the net. A little frustration getting the Titans here as it's still a 4-point Lancer lead, despite multiple opportunities to change the course of this game. Saved by Cassidy there as Wells will hit it over. Here's Columbus. Simpson got her again. The spike that ran into the net. That makes it a 5-point Lancer lead. There's Lop. Soft hit over by Long. Hit over by White for Southeast. Here's Long. Sets it up for Stover. And that one barely crossed the net, but it managed to confuse the Lancers a little bit, makes it 16-12. Still a 4-point lead for Southeast. Columbus actually able to get on the board there. Ruby Stover sets it over. There's Cassidy, Mooney. Over to Sutton. There's Wells. And that one barely in play. Stover trying to track her down. Makes it once again a 5-point Lancer lead. That was a serve by number 11, Tegan Warner. There's Wells. Saved by Harmon. Nice save there. Set it up for Long. Mooney sends it over. That was a spike from Sutton. Here's a spike from Simpson, and it once again bites her in the net. I think she's getting a little frustrated with that. It's now a 6-point lead for the Lancers. As I think Columbus emotions might be getting the best of them here. And hit by Harmon. Sent over by Tedlock. Was saved by Warner once again. Columbus can't save this one. And it is now a 7-point lead for Southeast. Surprised Coach Layson isn't calling a timeout here. But the girls figured it out on their own. Not a bad idea. Sent over by Lopp. That one sent over by Cassidy. It's weird saying that last name again. There's Tedlock. Over to Wells. High hit. Sent over once again by Cassidy. Here's Harmon. Over to Long. Set over by Trinity Green. Blocked. She saves it in play. Lopp will send it over to Harmon, and she'll get it back in. Wells sets it up for Cassidy. That one out of bounds. Cuts the lead down to 6. 19-13. Southeast on top of Columbus. Trinity Green with the serve for Columbus, and Southeast couldn't get that one out as the scores table crew ducks their head, trying to prevent getting hit by everything in the way. Makes it 19-14. The Columbus trying to crawl back in it, down by 5. There's Wells. That was Sutton that sent it over. Here's Mooney, sets it up for KT Lopp, and that one was a miscommunication there. I'll make it 19-15. Columbus didn't put that one in the net. And Coach Layson, predicted that one. He's going to call timeout as it's once again a 5-point Lancer lead, and they're in the 20s, creeping up. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is
Team Threads is here for your school-themed gear. Titan fans through and through, but we can customize your team for you. Screen-printed vinyl and sublimation, embroidery, and rhinestone application. Call to order or just stop in. The store may already have a win. In the heart of Columbus, on the square, Team Threads is the place for your school flair.
Team Threads, 119 West Maple in Columbus. Call 620-429-4402.
(15-20). Southeast on top of Columbus here in set 2. Columbus won set 1, 27-25. There's Wells that sends it over. Tavanaro, nice kill. Columbus kind of falling out of sorts. That one sent over by Braylon Sutton. Tavanaro sets it up for Wells. Here's Harmon. Over to Tedlock. Wells once again. Over to White. Over by Tavanaro. Same spot. And Columbus kind of eating themselves on the defensive side tonight. Unable to stop the offense of Southeast, who has prevailed and, well, pretty much just spiking the ball. Some basic maneuver, and Columbus been unable to stop a lot of it. That one barely over the net from Southeast. Here's Long. Over to Lop. That one out of bounds on the spike. Looks at 23-15. Columbus down by 8. Southeast 2 points away from winning this set. Harmon ran into the line judge. 24-15. Southeast 1 away, and it looks like they're going to win this one. So we will have a third set, of course, and Katie Mooney dove for that one, and doesn't matter. Touched the ground. And Coach Layson a little confused, but won't argue, and that will make the end of set 2. I assume they're going to switch sides once again. So we're playing for 3 here. We're back in 2 minutes. This is Titan Volleyball here on Columbus Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Back to the third final set here, I believe, of this varsity matchup between Columbus and Southeast. 27-25 the score of the first one, 25-15 the score of the second. Columbus prevailed in the first, but couldn't prevail in the second. That was White that sent it over off the serve. And Mooney out of bounds, or excuse me, Simpson gets Southeast on the board first. There's Long. Over to Mooney. Hit over by Simpson, and Southeast couldn't find it. That makes it 1-1. I gotta tell you, I normally don't say stuff like this, but being in the gym, it just makes you feel like you're in basketball season. That one out of bounds from Southeast makes it 2-1. So Columbus with a marginal 1-point lead here in the third set. And that was Warner that went for the hit there, and it pretty much went nowhere. Tried to save it on the ground. 3-1. That was Wells. Over to Cassidy, sent over by, I think, Wells. You missed it there. There's Green, sets it up for Simpson. And that one was in play. Makes it a 4-1 tight lead this time. So, a lot better start there from the ladies in red and gold. And that went off the hands of Wells and couldn't get the palms right. That's at 5-1. So Columbus off to a much better start here in this one. That one's sent over by Wells. That one drops in. Those shots are always the toughest because they just kind of drop right in and a little unexpected. 5-2. Columbus on top by 3. Cassidy back deep to serve for Southeast. Wop will set it up. So will Mooney. Sets it up for Simpson. That one out of bounds. And Columbus giving up a few points here. And just for Mayor's got to work on the spiking, the power of it. A little too much power. Got the right degree on the angle. There's Harmon. Over for Mooney. Hit over the top by Long. Saved and played by White. Nice block from Simpson. Southeast does send it over as Mooney will send it back the other way. There's White looking for the soft spike as Tavernaro and hit out of bounds by, I believe, White. And that will give Columbus the point. So nice rally there. It's Harmon that sent it over, and nice kill by Simpson. As soon as she gets your angle right, it's a beautiful shot. Just got to work on maintaining the motion, and I think it would have been Coach White off the Southeast bench calling the timeout. 7-3, Columbus on top by 4. We are back in 1 minute.
When it comes to protecting your family and belongings from the elements, East Avenue Structures has you covered. Second-to-none quality wood and metal frame buildings, cabins, carports, storm shelters, garages, and even storage containers. Choose from multiple, completely customizable styles. Plus, they're the only builder to determine size using the inside of the building, giving you every inch of space you pay for. With rent-to-own and finance options, check with them first before you overpay. East Avenue Structures, we have you covered.
Back here in this third set, Ava Harmon back deep to serve for Columbus. Hit over by, I forgot her name. She hasn't hit it in a while. It was Tavanaro over to number 18, if I can find her, Braylon Sutton. Impressive tonight on the offensive end. Shouldn't forget her name. And there's a really nice kill by Katie Simpson. Like I said, once she figures out the angle, she's got it. A lot of power on her head. There's Harmon. Sutton. Sends it over was White. There's Mooney. Also, good shot there from Ruby Stover. Looking for the spike. Nice block by Katie Simpson. She walks away without an expression. Kind of serving up a little attitude there off of that nice block. Definitely was clean. I was Sutton on the hit, and she'll send it over right into the net. And Columbus with a big lead this time. So trying to prevail the winner here of this game. We've got a 10-3 lead. Harmon. Sutton will save it. Over to Wells. Harmon will hit that one up. A little better communication this time. And Stover will send it hit out of bounds by Cassidy. And that makes it 11-3. Columbus on a roll. And they've got a little rally going here behind them. Harmon still at the serve. Sent over. Sutton will tap it, and a couple of Lancers collide. It somehow manages to go over. I don't know about that one. Simpson will send it over. Over to Sutton. That one's sent over by, I forgot her name too. Cassidy saves it off the hit from Simpson. That one's sent over by number 11. Got to remember her name. Tegan Warner. Ball still in play. Maybe Stover sends it over just barely in the side. Kind of on the right corner. And another timeout called by Southeast as it is a big lead, 9 points for the Titans. We're back in 30 seconds. This is
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Could have maybe gotten another commercial in there, but we're back here on Columbus Sports Live as both teams take the court. Titans with a big 9-point lead here in this third set, trying to close it out and win it. There's Mooney. Setup was long. Stover sends it over. And Southeast having a little trouble keeping it in their hands, and as well as knocked it out of bounds, and that makes it a 10-point Titan lead. And the rally continues. That's good to see him score first coming out of the timeout called by Coach White, the second timeout called by her. Unfortunately, Harmon sent that one into the net. I hope I'm not about to eat my words there. Harmon. Stover sends it over, hit by Cassidy as it bounces off the basketball goal. And that one couldn't be saved. A couple of high hits there and unfortunate mishaps, but Columbus does get the point. Gives them once again a very comfortable, but still not a huge 10-point lead. Simpson with the serve, sends it over, hit by Cassidy, over to White. Sent over by Sutton, and a nice kill there. Southeast cuts it to 9. The serve, Natalie Wells. Served by Simpson. Nice hit over there from Lopp. And that one hit out of bounds by Braylon Sutton. She tried to go for the same play. Makes it 15-5. Sutton to Cassidy. Excuse me, no, that was White to Cassidy, pardon. That one sent over behind KT Lopp, made contact with the Lancers. That'll make it 16-5, gives the Titans an 11-point lead. Looking a lot better than last game. Guess Coach Layson talked some comforting sense into them. Play them like they should. That one's sent over by Warner. And I believe a Titan crossed the line. Yep. So that'll make it 16-6. I want to make sure I put up the right points first. There's Warner with the serve, sends it over to Long. Long sends it over, or Stover sends it over, I'm sorry. Over to Applegate. Mooney. Long will set it up for Stover. Blocked. Ball still in play as Long sends it over. Good save from Columbus. I don't even care. That one was blocked by Mooney and Lopp. A bit of a combined effort there. Ball still in play. There's Long. Sets it up for KT Lopp, and too hard of a hit. And Southeast will win that one. Cuts it to 9. Columbus doesn't want to get too comfortable here, and I don't think they have. And they played with pretty good effort there. Lopp just a little too hard on the spike. Columbus does save that one over to Harmon. That one's saved over, and that was Cassidy that couldn't save it, knocked it into the stands here. Didn't quite make it up to the mezzanine, but if the stands were down, that's where it would have went. Makes it 17-7, Columbus with a 10-point lead once again. That one hit over and out of bounds off the serve. I believe Stover, maybe it was Simpson, I couldn't see it. 17-8 the score. Braylon Sutton on the serve for Southeast. Hit over by Lopp, blocked partially. We'll try the same thing again with a soft hit over the net and some collisions between some Lancers, and it still managed to be saved, and Harmon will hit it farther out of bounds. A little bit of luck there on the Lancers, and they managed to bring it back within 8. Columbus giving up some crucial points. And nobody could find that one, and that one was just a mess. And Southeast, going down by as much as 11, has cut it down to a 7-point game. 17-10. Sutton still on the serve for the Lancers. Harmon. Long will put it over. Hit backwards by Cassidy. She'll send it over this time. Harmon sets it up. Long will set it up again. Spike by Simpson goes into the net. Makes it 17-11. Lead cut down to 6. There's Lopp. Rooney will send that one over. I'm confused on what it was. Maybe a Lancer across the line. I don't know. There's things in volleyball I wish I knew. But point for us, 18-11. Wells will send that one over, and Cottons did not contain it. I think it's the communication that's eating him up, and Coach Layson will call timeout and try to regroup things. We'll take a 30-second timeout with her.
Let me ask you this. How many of you think you are paying too much for insurance? Have you checked with a different agent in a while? I'm Corey Tedlock with Tedlock Insurance. I've become an independent agent to give my customer options. Here at Tedlock Insurance, we have multiple companies to help with all your insurance needs. Send me a message on Facebook or call or text at 620-674-1286 for a quick quote and see if you can start saving money today.
Eighteen to 12. They've been down by as much as 11. Southeast kind of caught up here. Made it a little interesting. 18 to 12. Columbus still on top by 6. They need to use what Coach Layson gave them in the timeout and finish strong here. Don't want kind of what happened in the JV game where Columbus did win, but gave up about 10 points in a row, and Southeast went on an easy 10-0 rally and made it interesting. The game had to go to 27. Nice hit over by Simpson, and that one couldn't be saved. Southeast crawling back in it. Makes it 18-13 down to a 5, so they've cut it in half plus some. There's Long. Sent over by Simpson. Nice save there from Cassidy as she sent it back over. Simpson will try the same thing. Shot's blocked, but still managed to make him play by White. That one's sent over by Mooney. White again. That was Wells that set it up for Sutton out of bounds. Columbus will get one there. Pulls their lead back up to 6. 19-13. There's Cassidy with a spike. That one was out of bounds, I believe. Yep, that's at 20-13. Pulls it back up to 7. Nice play by Warner. Puts it over. And Long, wow. That one almost managed to, a little casual hit, almost managed to be a point, and Cassidy will send it over. Mooney tries to save it. He does. Green in there on the play. Assuming it's still a play in volleyball. Simpson. Titans could not find it. Puts it back down to a 6-point lead, 20-14. So it's getting a little interesting. Columbus needs to finish this one strong. Regardless if they win or not, I'm not sure if Coach Lason's going to be happy with the varsity or JV's performance today, to be honest with you. And there's Long. Sent over by Warner. Columbus didn't save. Oh, Columbus did save that one. Katie Simpson there on the save. And a nice spike there from Southeast. Once again, makes it a 5-point game, and Southeast fighting to stay alive in it. They're doing a pretty good job of doing so. So I think Columbus is starting to get a little worn out physically. Kinsey Cassidy on the serve for Southeast. And that one was out of bounds. The line judge called it. Cuts it down to a 4-point lead. And we're starting to see a repeat of the second JV set from earlier. There's Mooney. And couldn't get it over the top was Katie Simpson. It was a soft hit. Didn't quite manage to make it over the net. It is a 3-point game. It was once an 11-point game. Got to give credit to Southeast for staying in it and rallying back, not quitting. There's Green. There's White. Sent it over was Wells. Mooney sets up Green again. Nice kill. That was Cassidy that tried to save it. And I'll make it 21-17. It should have been a much farther apart game. Stover there on the save. Tedlock in there as well. Simpson has struggled to hit it over the net tonight in some of those. When she finds the angle, we've seen a few of them that just look absolutely beautiful, but then others quite exact, the opposite. There's Harmon. Mooney, set over by Stover. Nice hit over by Warner. There's Tedlock. Stover sends it over again for Columbus. Hit over by Cassidy. Mooney sets it up for Stover once again. Nice throw. Had good position. Makes it 22. Columbus is 3 points away from winning it. They're going to need to stay in the game. And then Simpson once again still struggling. Can't get it over the net. It's at 22-19. Seems like every time Columbus gets a point, Southeast is continuing to stay in it. That one hit over there. Simpson. Over to Mooney. Across from Lopp. There's Cassidy. Mooney lost her. Mooney lost something. And it is a 2-point game. Southeast barely hit that one in bounds. That one hit over by Simpson. Hit over by Stover. Nice save there from White. Over to Warner. Longs. Mooney sets it up for KT Lopp. Saved by Cassidy. And that one hit over by Sutton, and it is a 1-point game. Should be anyway. They have it 23-20 on the scoreboard. Should be 21. I don't know if it's 23-21 or 22. I think it's 22-21. Should be. There's Harmon. Over to Long, set up by KT Lopp, and they're starting to figure her out a little bit. That one set over from Wells. Lopp will hit it over. They say it's 21-23. I think it's tied. Timeout called by Coach Layson anyway. I'll put it at 21-23, but I'm pretty sure that shouldn't make it 22-22. Anyway, we'll take a 30-second break. We're back after this.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
I want to say they've got the score wrong. I think it's 22-22, but I don't know. I might have been wrong. I might have put something on the thing wrong. Anyway, it's a 2-point game. I think it should be tied, but I'm not going to say anything. We still got the lead, so I'm going to be all right with that. There's Long, sets it over. Tipped up by Warner, and they couldn't find it. Make it 24-21. I thought it was 23, but I don't know. Coach isn't arguing, and I figured this close to the game, she would argue. No one sent over from Stover. Columbus 1 point away. There's Simpson. Over to Long, set up by Trinity Green. Saved by Warner. There's the spike from Cassidy. Saved by Lopp. Over to Mooney. There's White. Saved by Mooney. Over to Long. She sets up Trinity Green. And that was Cassidy that saved it that time. There's a Lopp. Set up by Mooney. Out of bounds. Back to a 2-point game. Columbus can still win it in 25 here. They still have a 1-point buffer to win it in 25, but I'd rather not see that happen. I'd rather them just get the point and win. There's Sutton with the kill, or excuse me, the serve. It was Long and hit into the net by Katie Simpson. So if like I said, still game point. It was 25. We'll put them up by 2, but if Southeast ties it, then it will be a different story. There's Lopp. Over Long. Lopp going for the kill. That one out of bounds. That ties it up. 24 all. So now we're playing to 26. There's Sutton. Sets it up for Harmon. There's Simpson. Sets it up for Long. It was Lop that hit it over. That was Wells that hit it over for the Lancers. There's Lop again. Good save from Wells on the ground. She was ready. Mooney sends it over. Wells taps it out. Looking for someone else. Cassidy sends it over. Both teams rallying hard here in the tie game. And the third set. Lop sends it over and couldn't be saved. Columbus now 1 point away from winning it. After a long rally by both teams. Lop sends it over off the serve, and it hits it. I believe that was one that hit it out of bounds. That should win it, unless they're playing a 5, which I hope not. Oh, I think they are. I don't know if they are or not. Well, they're moving their stuff, so I'm assuming they're going to play one more. Best of 5. So they're switching sides. We'll have the fourth set, I believe, coming up. It is 2-1 here. Titans on top of Southeast.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com. Team Threads is here for your school-themed gear. Titan fans through and through, but we can customize your team for you. Screen-printed vinyl and sublimation, embroidery, and rhinestone application. Call to order or just stop in. The store may already have a win. In the heart of Columbus, on the square, Team Threads is the place for your school flair.
Team Threads, 119 West Maple in Columbus. Call 620-429-4402.
Sally Davis and the staff at Davis Real Estate are lifelong residents of rural Columbus and hometown proud. This gives them the knowledge of the surrounding area and makes Davis Real Estate the best to represent you. Sally is experienced in farmland, commercial, residential, and investment properties. Plus, all listings are posted on multiple sites for maximum exposure. Davis Real Estate, excellent customer service with the least possible amount of stress, expense, and time. Find the property of your dreams with Davis Real Estate.
Welcome back here as we begin the fourth set. It should be the final of the evening. I think. Let's see. Southeast taking their sweet time in the huddle. We probably could have got another commercial in, but with volleyball, it's one thing you always want to be safe. So it'll be Katie Mooney with the serve starting us off here in this fourth set. Columbus has had a couple of good starts, some double-digit leads, but Southeast managed to rally back, and one time Southeast beat them by double digits. That was in the second set. JT Lomp with a nice hit over. Sent it over was Tavernaro. Mooney manages to save it. She sets it over again. That was Wells on the hit. Green sends it over. Over to Tavernaro. Simpson. Over to Long. Long hits it over, saved by Sutton. That one hit over by Warner, and that one's out. For some reason, that one got Coach Lacy fired up. It's okay. Like seeing coaches get fired up. Hit into the net by Tavanaro. And a 2-0 start for the Titans. And Columbus couldn't save that one, barely. But it couldn't go over the net. It was a little close. Makes it 2-1. Now one hit over by Mooney. Mooney had to keep it in play. Columbus does. Lopp will send it over. As well sends it over for Southeast, and Harmon will hit it backwards. Good hustle there from Columbus, but that'll tie the game at 2. Put the overall there, and Columbus got the point on that one as I was typing away, letting everybody know that it is 2-1. So that's right now Columbus leading. That's really what they keep score on. There's Cassidy who sent it over. Simpson over Stover. Sutton manages to keep it in play. So does Warner. But it'll be Columbus point as it didn't quite reach the net. 4-2. There's Sutton. Sent over by Wells. Set up by Mooney. Long sends it up for Stover. And that one hit backwards by White. Or at least White hit it backwards. Makes it 5-2. Harmon. On the serve. Sends it up. Here's Wells. Sending it over was Warner. There's Mooney. Mooney sends it over for Columbus. There's White. Good spike there from Cassidy. I'll make it. We got a 6-2. That'll definitely be a third point. Oh, no. It is 6-2. I just telling him that wasn't good. The score is 6-2. Mooney saves it. Over to Lopp. Lopp hit that one out of bounds. Now it's 6-3. There's Cassidy on the serve. Over to Stover. On the Lancer side, it's White. He sends it over, and that was Cassidy on the kill. And that makes it 6-4. Southeast cutting the lead even more here in what's hopefully going to be this final set. Titans will hopefully be able to come out with a win here. There's Long. Long with a long hit. A terrible play on words, I'm sorry. But makes it 7-5. Columbus lead. And a nice curl there from Warner, and that makes it 7-5. I got to say, I love the chants in softball. I don't know about volleyball. Doesn't match for me. I'm glad they got team spirit, but there's Stover hit out by Applegate in the blue, and that'll make it 8-5. Columbus with a 3-point lead here in the fourth set. That's Harley Long back deep to serve for Columbus. Sets it over. That was Cassidy on it. Wells will send it over. Mooney saves it on the floor. And Harmon will try to send it over. 3 people touched it, and that will give Southeast the point. So a little closer one here at the start, 8-6. Columbus got off to an 11-point lead there in the third. Southeast caught back up and made it interesting. Played to 26. There's Simpson on the spike. Line judge saying it's good. Make it 9-6. Southeast fans in a little disagreement. That one barely saved over that. I feel like a lot of people touched it there, but Long over to Simpson. That one's definitely in. Makes it. Was it out? Oh, yeah, it was. I'm looking at the wrong line. No, that was out 100%. I was looking at the wrong line. My bad. It's hard to see the faint pink tape on the other side. There's Wells. Sutton on the spike. That one was out. And that makes it 7-10. It's a bit annoying. People have to constantly... See, I've got the crowd mic on in my ear, and every time somebody touches this rail on the mezzanine, it bounces it. It makes a loud cluttering noise, and I hear it. There's Green. Shot blocked, saved by herself, as Long will help out in the assist, and that manages to be a point for Columbus. Turning nothing into points there, that's not bad. And it is a 4-point lead for the Titans. Coach White will call a timeout and try to keep her squad alive. We'll take a 1-minute break. We're back in 1. That was 30 seconds. I apologize. I always think the timeouts are going to be longer than they are. Simpson on the serve. That was Sutton that passed it over. Here's Long setting it up for KT Lop. That one in play, and Southeast couldn't contain it. Makes it 12-7. So a good one on hand here from Titan Fieldhouse. Simpson sends it over a little long. That's the lead down to 4 for Southeast, 12-8. Stay tuned on Columbus Sports Live tomorrow night, 6:20. We'll begin the broadcast for Titan football, taking on the Galena Bulldogs at home. Battle of 2 0-3 teams, and a soft drop from KT Lop sends it over and extends the lead back to 5. There's Wells. I believe that was Warner that sent it over. There's Mooney. Top to Lop. Ball still in play. Cassidy sends it over for the Lancers. Nice kill there by KT Lop. There's a reason she played travel volleyball last winter. Nicely done. That one served over by Katie Mooney. There's White. Over to Warner. Mooney with the dive, but it doesn't matter as it goes out of bounds, and that'll make it 9-14. Long will hit it over for the Titans. There's Wells' hard hit. I believe it was out. Should make it 15-9. And with that, Coach White's going to call another timeout and try to keep her squad in at 15-9. Columbus on top of Southeast here in the fourth and hopefully final set. We're back in.
As one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
We're back here to the fourth set. Excuse me, possibly the final one. I've been calling so much volleyball this week, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. That's not good. Got football tomorrow night. Can't lose your voice for football. Now I'm hitting to the net by the Lancers. Now we'll make it a 7-point Titan lead. Cassidy send it over for the Lancers. Dives save there. Or ground save, excuse me, by Katie Simpson. Hard spike by Cassidy. A little anger and aggression there. That'll be a Titan point. Or not. Okay. Subtract that. I guess the officials ruled against it. Should be 16-10 now. I just cheered a little too early there. Got my confidence levels up. The refs disagreed with the cheering. Long will send it over. That was Tavanaro that tapped it inside. Over to Stover. She gets it over the net behind a couple of Lancers, and that will get that point back. And that one will be 16, or now 17-10. Lock. Good serve, and Columbus now with an 8-point lead and trying to pull away in this thing. Hey, that works with me. Lock still back deep for Columbus. Hits it over. There's White. Falls down as she hits it. Saved by Tavernaro. As Long sets it up for Simpson. That one saved by Sutton, I believe. Yeah. And there's Stover. That one out of bounds. We'll make it 11-18. Still 7-point lead for Columbus. Good kill there from Columbus. Makes it 19-11. Columbus lead back to 8. Harley Long will be back to serve for the Titans. Good serve as well as catches it. That shot blocked by Stover. As Cassidy and Warner both try to get hands on it, and it goes out of bounds and makes it 20-11. Columbus with almost a double-digit lead here. Long will serve it once again. Good serve. Here's Applegate. Warner. Soft tap over. There's Mooney in on the action along with Katie Simpson. Small hit from Lop saved as Katie Simpson sends it over. Hit high by Applegate. This nice play by Katie Simpson. And she celebrates after getting confirmation that it was good. She's a little unsure of herself, but that was a 10-point lead for Columbus. And they might be getting ready to win this fourth set and go home with a 3-1 overall. That one out off the serve by Long, but she definitely did it well. Columbus needs 4. Lancers need 9 to tie. Columbus 4 to win. Natalie Wells will be deep to serve as my words are starting to slip from me a little bit here. Probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. And Southeast just lets it drop dead. 22-12. It's once again a double-digit lead for the Titans as Ruby Stover will be back deep to serve for Columbus. Nice serve. Cassidy finds it first. Over to Applegate. White hits it over. There's Long, setting it up for Simpson. Same play, soft hit, blocked. Good play there from Southeast. That's the Titan lead down to 9. Said 9 and put 9 in there on the scoreboard. Nope, 22-13. There's Warner on the serve. Long setting it up for Katie Mooney. Southeast can't find it again. And that rattling noise is getting worse every time they bang on the mezzanine railing here. Katie Simpson now back deep to serve for Columbus. Hits it over. Applegate finds it. Over to Wells. Over to White. Put up by Harmon. Long sets it up for Simpson, and she hits it into the net. Still having a little trouble with that. I think she's a little frustrated in herself. Makes it 23-14. Columbus 2 away from winning here tonight. Simpson. Hit across by Lop. And Trinity Green tried to save it, but couldn't. A little too low to the ground. Southeast has cut it to 8. Columbus just needs 2. Like for it to stay that way. And on hit out of bounds. Southeast has now cut it to 7. They rallied around last time. Makes me wonder if they're going to try to do the same here. Columbus hopefully won't be as brutal as giving up the points as they were in the last set when they had a big lead. There's Mooney. Cross top to Lop. Good save there from Wells. Hits it over as Cassidy. I couldn't find that one. It's been cut to 6. So, not as comfortable of a lead as it was before. There's Long. Mooney sets it up for Lop. Gets it over the net barely. There you go. Makes it 24-17. As Tori Tedlock will check in. Ruby Stover will check out. Columbus needs 1. Katie Mooney with the serve. There's Wells. Hit over by Warner. Saved by Mooney. There's Green on in it. Hit over by Lop. White saves it. Southeast doing everything they can to stay in it. Nice spike by KT. Hit over. Tough there. Nice spike from White. It's a 24-18. Columbus needs 1. Could be match point right here. Here's Long. Sets it up. Mooney will set it up for KT Lop. Nobody in the back. And there you go. Found the open gap. And that will do it. Columbus will win it 25-18, and that will end the best of 5. They'll win it overall 3-1. in 4 sets. So good night for Titan Volleyball. We'll take a quick break and come back with a brief version of the Optic Communications post-game show, and we'll get out of here. We're back in 2 minutes.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Having the right branding, graphics, and overall look to your business is vital. Luckily, there's Vital Signs in Columbus. Vital Signs Sign Company has been the 4-state's choice for vibrant, eye-catching signage since 2001. From small stickers and leather patch hats to lighted pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more, Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Optic Communications has stood the test of time. Born from the pioneers of connectivity in 1905, they're built on a rich history with roots stretching deep. Just like Optic Communications' 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. Optic's employees are local, friendly, and fast to respond. Optic Communications, built for the future, with a foundation firmly in Columbus. Learn more at optic-communications.com.
We're back, everybody, as we wrap up things here for this exciting week of volleyball as we kick off the Optic Communications postgame show momentarily. Optic's roots run deep, just like their 100% buried fiber, making them the fastest, most reliable internet provider in the region. To learn more about everything Optic has to offer, visit opticcommunications.com. So obviously tonight, a nice win for Columbus. They finish it in 4 sets, 3-1. I'm not going to tell you the exact scores, but Columbus did lose big in the second, had multiple errors. Southeast almost came back. It went to 26, but Columbus won the third set and beat them by quite a bit on the fourth set. So Columbus obviously rallying after a couple big losses to Girard and Riverton previously. We will have another game coming up for you in October, but of course stay tuned for Titan volleyball action as we will wrap up the week tomorrow night here at Cecil Klein Field with the Titans 0-3 taking on the 0-3 Galena Bulldogs, and we'll have pregame coverage, interviews from both coaches, all that stuff coming up at 6:30. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and watching tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night with high school football action here in the Sunflower State.
Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Also by